Well, hello all my favorite people. It's HeapCVA. Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for coming by. Wow, what a long day. We are in 911 Operator again. Notice we're in a new version, which is 1.0.0. It was released on the 24th, as we all know. And I had, if you saw my one video, you knew that I had told you that I had a code sent to me for some DLC that, you know, quite honestly, if they, I saw the cost of it, it's not going to break my bank. It might, for some people, would be an issue, but it has an effect on the game. And so I wanted to bring that out ASAP. I'm probably a day behind, honestly. I completely forgot what date it was, to be honest with you. And that's my fault. And so, you know, actually probably 2 days ago, huh? Was it supposed to be the 24th and it's the 26th right now? Man, it wasn't available when I played the game a couple of days ago. And I don't know if it was the DLC alone, but instead of yakking about it, let's jump right back into career. We're going to continue. We're still in, what's that called? Ka'olei? Which I figured out where it is on the island by Honolulu, on the other side of Pearl Harbor. And what I had to do, because of the new stuff that's available in the game, was start this thing over. So I played 2 rounds like we did in my last video. As you can see, I've got some personnel injured over here. And this guy's out for 5 days. This guy is out for 2 more days. This guy is done. He's okay. This guy's back on duty, theoretically. I wouldn't say any new calls came up, but if you look to the right at equipment, and you've seen some of these things, but check the bicycle out, an unmarked police car, a sports patrol car, an armored van, a helicopter, which I expected to see, a medical bike, a ladder truck, way cool, very pricey though, and a field hospital, which is given to the fire service. Did not see motorcycles offered yet. We may not be far enough along. This is the staffing I have right now. If we look at equipment, have not gotten a long gun yet for the police. There's a diffuse robot, which, you know, I haven't had that call yet. A taser, a shotgun instead of the other long gun, a defibrillator for EMS, a police equipment dog, and look at that, a fire suit. Isn't that cool? Notice that all of my personnel have a fire suit. I'm hoping to keep them from going to the hospital after every call. I even had these guys. I had a garage fire, and man, I was just putting people in the hospital right and left. So this is what's available to me right now. These guys are all set up. This is my technical truck. My EMS, notice that I have defibrillators on the ambulances. And I actually added a police dog to one of the police cars. Now, I can't afford quite yet to buy a police car and staffing. Vehicles are still pretty pricey. This is 50 grand. An ambulance is 99,000. Regular fire engine's 80. You know, even a bicycle, for crying out loud, is 5,000. That's a very expensive bicycle. So anyway, let's go ahead and start our deployment. So far, so good. The extra fire engine really helped. I had a kind of a tip off to a side as far as the types of incidents that I had in this particular version of what we were doing than the last version. A lot more EMS, not quite as many police calls, and then EMS would shut off, and then I'd get inundated with law enforcement requests. So, I mean, it goes every which way but loose. But, you know, what I'm hoping is to see some newer calls. I've seen pretty much the same. So let's take the phone call.
How long ago did this happen?
A few minutes ago.
Where did this happen?
Around,
So we're getting an address. So we'll send an officer over there.
Are your attackers still in the area?
I have no idea. They ran away somewhere.
Do you have any injuries?
No, we are fine.
Okay, so you're
Good.
not injured, and the people who robbed you aren't in the area right now.
Well, yes, but I have been robbed.
All right, sir. I'll take care of it.
I think they changed the answer to this because I remember going down this road and basically didn't blow him off, but it wasn't very nice. I want to send the right fire engine to that incident there. So you guys that have this game, what are you doing with cats in a tree? The bane of every fire department is stories about getting cats out of trees. Oh my God. Have I ever been in my career out to get a cat out of a tree? No. I've gotten cats out of drains. I've gotten cats that were stuck in places they shouldn't have been. But I've never had to get one out of a tree. And the wise guy response that we always gave our friends who would ask me if I'd rescued any cats was that how many cat skeletons have you ever seen in a tree? And it depends on the situation where anybody thinks you're funny or not. But, you know, it's tough to spend the amount of money that it costs to send, you know, so many thousands of dollars
Where did the collision happen?
to a location to rescue a kitty, especially if it takes that rig.
Are there any injuries?
Yes, 2 people have some injuries.
When did it happen?
5 minutes ago.
Are any of the vehicles blocking traffic?
No.
Trying to do 2 things at once. Sorry, I'm not multitasking very well.
About that. Can you send the police to figure it out?
All right, we'll do that for
Please
you.
wait for the emergency services to arrive.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
I forgot what I was saying. You know, it's a bad day when that's happened. Looks like I got EMS over here. Yeah, injured house with hostile intentions. That is, they're going to be calling for police. I'm still noticing quite a few incidents where all of a sudden they're calling for backup. I don't know what else I can do about that. This one here has that. This one here. Which one has? Did I put the? Okay, Did I put the dog in this rig? See, here we are. We're under fire again. And of course, at least I got out ahead of it because I knew for a fact they were going to say that.
If you can't talk, please press any digit on your phone, okay?
I actually had this just a minute ago actually turn out to be
Hello?
an
Is
incident,
anyone there?
which is, I think, one of the first times in a long, long time. So, made me feel better about that particular incident.
Hello, sir. We got a 911 call from your phone. Do you have an emergency?
Oh, gee, I forgot.
I accidentally called 911.
Sir, are you having an emergency?
No, I'm not.
Please lock your phone and make sure you won't call 911 by accident again, okay? That way you won't take up an emergency line for more important calls.
Of course, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They make it sound like he's headed for a whipping or something. You know,
I'm listening.
accidents happen. I'm trying to dispatch this guy over here. What is this? Oh, this is... Wait a minute. I'm going to ignore.
Medical heading to hospital.
We'll see what happens with that. I got dinged for ignoring one that it didn't make any sense to me, but, you know.
We're done here.
Looks like we still need another ambulance.
Understood.
I can't believe that we need... Really? We need 15 police officers for...
911, what's your emergency?
I want to complain about my neighbors. They're being noisy.
What's the address you're calling from?
My house is at... I'm in Unit 6.
Do you know what's happening at your neighbor's place?
The TV is very loud.
Do you hear anything else?
I can't hear anything other than the TV. It's really, really loud.
Do you know who lives there?
Some old man. He looks like he's 60 or 70 years old. I don't know him very well. We don't really talk to each other.
Is he often loud like this?
Yes, he turns his TV up loud. Probably because he's hard of hearing. I get used to it when it happens during the day, but I won't tolerate that at night. My children want to sleep.
Do you know if anybody visits his apartment?
I've never seen anyone who comes to visit him.
Yeah, this is a new one right here.
Happened to him?
I'll send the police to check on it.
Thank you. I'll be waiting at my place. Bye.
You know, it's just one of those that I hadn't seen before, you know. We call them welfare checks,
What are the orders?
you know.
I copy. Going there.
And it's not against the law to be an old person that can't hear either. So I can speak from almost my own personal experience. So, I mean, that's a new call. That's pretty cool.
Reporting.
I was reading the forums for 911 operator, and you know, everybody's asking questions, but there is definitely a group out there that is angry for two reasons. Number one, hang on, let's
911,
answer
what's
the
your
phone.
emergency?
Hi, there is a strange car parked here. Could you check it?
Where's the car parked?
It's a restricted area.
So what is it about this parked car that has you concerned?
There is not enough space to walk through.
Can you give me the address of where this car is parked, sir? I'll have an officer check it out and they'll decide if the car should be towed.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, it'll be on my list of things to do. Anyway, I see if I have one available, and fortunately they're really being good about letting you pull a vehicle off one call to go to another.
Case resolved.
Good, they're
Reporting.
it resolved. Anyway,
Heading over there.
you know, when the game was released a couple days ago, I think, as I already own it, I didn't get notification. Usually Steam lets me know when certain things that I put in my folder are available, and I didn't hear anything, so I wasn't paying attention because I was already playing it. In addition to the day one release of the game itself, they
911, what's your
released
emergency?
some DLC.
Yeah, hello. There is a fight
It's
out
not
in
too
the
expensive.
street. Can you please send the police quickly?
Did you see if they had any
Let's
weapons?
talk about this
One
one.
of them
This
picked
one's
up some
relatively
kind of
new.
Club.
Can you give me a precise address of the incident?
Yes, of course. It's at...
I just happen to have somebody right here.
How many of them are there?
4 men are fighting.
Is anybody injured?
I don't think so. They've just started and they're mostly shouting and pushing each other.
I'm sending emergency services right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Bye.
there's not much you're going to ask her to do. Anyway, I wouldn't say minority of, not what do you, majority. I couldn't say the word. I apologize. People that just a couple of very vocal people that were really angry that they sold a DLC download on day one of the game. And I honestly don't have a position on that. They're up in arms and, you know, waving their flags of protest, you know, online. And I guess maybe I just don't think of it in the same way.
911, what's
I
your
mean,
emergency?
I want to
neither.
report a fire
Hang on, let's go to the fire first.
Where are you, sir?
in front of.
So what's on fire?
It's a garage.
What kind of a garage is it?
It's the garage next to the house.
You know, that kind of garage.
Is the fire spreading anywhere?
Yes.
All right,
That's
so
not
how
the
big is
question.
the fire?
That's not the question I want to ask
Big,
him.
like the size of a bonfire.
Like a bonfire, really?
The fire department is on the way.
Okay. Goodbye.
Sometimes.
We're under fire. Need backup. Need
See,
backup.
here we go.
Reporting.
You know,
Understood.
and it's probably one person. Holy cow, it's a busload. Look at that. And this is new too, where it actually shows which ones are interacting. Kind of cool. Anyway, big doings about that. I didn't see it as a major catastrophe, but,
Requesting backup.
you know, that's just me.
Waiting for orders. Heading over there.
You know, there was also a little bit of a discussion about, you know,
Case resolved.
this game is basically gives you kind of a peek at what life is like for a
Reporting.
dispatcher
Understood.
in a, you know, large and small cities. You can download your own map and even kind of live like one of the dispatchers in your hometown if you want. But some people are saying, I can't believe that we would have a game that, you know, is discussing real life incidents. Well, then pretty much every TV program on right now wouldn't exist, especially any ones that have police officers in them, or, you know, anything like that. I know for a fact that while they looked at
Requesting support.
real life
Going to hospital. Reporting right away.
footage, recordings, at the end of the day, they realized that was not a good idea. Everything that's in this game is scripted and is voiced over by actors of whatever sort you want to call them, the people that do voiceovers. This is not, they didn't take clips from a police department of a recording of somebody getting injured or sick or worse and use it in this game. And don't, if you're interested in a career in EMS or fire or police or whatever,
I'm listening.
how many ways, you know, if you can't get in to get a tour or, you know, there's no openings anywhere, how can you get your feet wet, so to speak, and see what it would be like to be in this career and see if you're really interested or not? You know? And then put this game up against a first-person shooter where you're shooting the other guy. It could be a other player or a, you know, AI character, you know, and your first goal is to shoot him in the head, and you want to see the blood and all that other stuff. So where does it start and where does it stop?
Waiting for orders.
And, you know, to me, this is a game / simulation. You've heard me say before that there are things in it that just make you laugh that aren't as close to real life as they could be. You notice we're already out of time. We're just waiting for them to clear the incidents. And so I guess it's because in my background, this would be considered a way to decompress from something bad happening. And so, everybody to their own. But that doesn't make one person wrong and one person right. It just makes each of us different. And if this isn't your kind of game, if you kind of feel it's offensive, put your wallet back in your pocket and don't buy it. Don't purposely come into the forums to blow up when you had no intention of purchasing it anyway. Most people that responded to some of the criticisms I saw really let them have it. And while that may be considered a little over the top, I mean, both sides have a point to make. And so, if you look at this and you watch these videos, there's quite a few videos on it out right now. It's people that I have a ton more people seeing their channel than I do, that, wow, all of a sudden they're interested in this game. It's tough to compete with that, but I know that the people that come and see me regularly will do their best to, support the places they like to go. But, this is either a game you're interested in or it's not, and that's fine. Just chill. I mean, this is not worth getting spun out about. It really is not. So we're at 87 grand, which I'm pretty happy about. And what that's going to allow me to do is get a new ride going on. And let's see how much staffing we have. Those guys are hurt. So we got to recruit some staff. Got plenty of those floating around. And we'll put 2 police officers in here. I have equipment, so I saved a few bucks on that already, huh? Pretty cool. Still need to go to equipment though, because I want another vest. And all right, and I think we're due. How much is an ambulance? Way more than I want to pay. So I guess that's going to be it. What do they got for equipment? Did we get anything new as we advance? Not really. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are right now. Let's go ahead and get deployed. Have that extra police car, and it's staffed this time. I noticed there was a couple of them where I actually had additional vehicles, but I never staffed them, so they were never used in the game. I played the open game for the city where Disneyland is, Anaheim. And I couldn't figure out why I was always behind as far as getting enough police vehicles to the right places. And then I realized, derp, I didn't staff
911, what's your
2 of the
emergency?
vehicles. That tends to go against you.
Please press any digit on your phone, okay?
I'm not gonna flange out about this. One for hostage, okay.
All right. Please press the button once if you're in a hostage situation and can't talk.
Okay.
Do they have any weapons? Press once for yes, twice for no. Okay. I want you to press the button on your phone for each person there who's threatening you.
Wow.
Is this a terrorist attack? Press once for yes.
I wouldn't have asked that
twice for
question
no.
yet, but okay.
All right. We have your location. Is it...
I just want the address.
I want you to wait for emergency services. They're going to be there soon.
Go. That's a new call too. At least in that particular iteration of it. So pretty cool. Maybe it's because I was a dispatcher. I understand this for what it is as compared to real life, number one. The experiences that I had that were incredibly stressful that I got through. I'm still around. You know, and how you cope with that stuff. If you want to get busy or get an incident that's really busy and stretches you out trying to cover all the emergencies. How many people? We got quite a few. This is not a bad, of course. All we're doing is shooting at people now. There's worse things that you could use to kind of get an idea if this is something you want to do in your life. And I think that's a pretty cool deal. So that all said,
911.
let's play the game, huh?
Hello. There was a car.
So good old car. Yeah, where's the where? I always look at when instead of where.
Are there any injuries?
Yes, one person is injured.
When did it happen?
5 minutes ago.
Are any of the vehicles blocking traffic?
Yeah, both of them were completely crashed.
Do you know who caused the accident?
The other driver is obviously drunk.
Can you tell what kind of injuries they have?
One of the passengers says his stomach hurts really bad.
My stomach
Okay,
hurts.
Just make sure they don't move until the ambulance arrives.
Sure.
All right, sir. Please wait for the emergency services to arrive.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're on it.
Injured on board.
Get some of these ambulances released because they're just about all carrying patients,
I'm listening. Understood.
and then we can get. So okay, good. We got fire going to that one already.
For orders.
That rescue truck is very helpful in making calls clear out faster,
Waiting for orders. Heading over there.
and the timer really drops, which is really nice. You know, look at how fast these things are count down already is super nice. You know, they've done a pretty good job of this thing. There was points where I was wondering, and they pulled it out. There's some things that need to be, I think every game I've ever bought has needed a download sooner or later to fix something, and this is on that list. But you know what?
Hello? There's been a car crash
Another car crash.
When did it happen?
just a moment ago.
Where?
Where
That's
did
the one I
collision
meant.
happen?
Around.
Are there any injuries?
Yes, one person.
Of course, there's somebody injured.
Are any of the vehicles blocking traffic?
No, they're not.
Do you know who caused the accident?
I was still arguing about that. Can you send the police to figure it out?
We're doing that
tell
for
what
you
kind of
because
injuries they have?
we like you.
One of the passengers says his stomach hurts really badly.
Piece of cake.
Okay, just make sure they don't move until the ambulance arrives.
Okie dokie.
All right, sir. Please wait for the emergency services to arrive.
Okay, thank you.
So we knocked that one out. Got 2 vehicles going there. The ambulance is going. These guys are happy campers. That cleared itself. And all of a sudden, we have some
Understood.
free vehicles. It really helps having that one extra
Waiting for orders. Understood.
police vehicle, obviously. That was a given. I like the change in the equipment. They definitely added a ton of stuff. I was kind of wondering why there wasn't more fire equipment
Heading over there.
added. Although I think it's sad that a fire department has to buy their protective clothing even after they've already been being sent to fires. They must have been in board shorts and zip zoris with tank tops or something up until that point. It is Hawaii where it's nice and warm and sunny, and you know, I would have thought that there'd be something other than protective clothing that you had to buy,
911, what's
especially if you're going to send them to a fire.
Help! My kitchen is
Okay.
on fire!
Where are you calling from? What's on fire?
My toaster, and the fire's spreading.
Okay, do you have a fire extinguisher?
No!
Okay, get yourself and anyone else that's in the house out of the house now. The fire department will be there soon.
Okay.
Yep, don't throw a bunch of something wet on
Reporting. Heading over there.
that. Not a good idea. At least to me it's not. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in this game before. That's kind of my middle name, I think. What's he seeing? Okay, well, that's the one we're going to. We still got quite a bit of time left. I didn't mean to go this long in the video. Hope you guys saw the videos from Flip Switch
We're done here.
for the demo for the multiplayer. I recognize a couple of the voices I heard as YouTubers, plus Raphael, while I watched the video. It seemed to work really well. And I look forward, there's no update yet,
I
unfortunately.
hear loud noises from the neighboring flat. Can you send somebody to check it?
What's the address you're calling from?
My house is at...
Okay.
I'm in Unit 6.
Do you know what's happening at your neighbor's place?
I've heard some aggressive voices, maybe an argument. I think they might start fighting at any moment.
Do you think they might have any weapons? Did you hear something that might indicate that they might be armed in any way?
I have no idea.
I'll send a couple of officers over to check things out and see what's going on, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting at my place. Bye.
Talk to any police officer, and they'll tell you that sometimes a call for domestic
Waiting for orders.
issues is one of the, I won't call it scary, but it has a lot of opportunity for tension, especially anymore.
Reporting.
Move him over there just to get him out of the way. So we're doing okay. We still got some time here. Got a minute 30 left. We're doing decent on. Of course you are.
Waiting for orders. Right away.
So I'll send the bus full.
Medical heading to
How
hospital.
many? There's 3. That's not too bad.
Reporting. Heading over there.
Got
Reporting. Heading over there.
vehicles available, and we're covering our calls, which is number 1 on the list. I hope you guys don't mind that I put another one of these videos up so soon after the last one. Had wanted to talk about
Heading to hospital.
some of the new stuff that popped out in between the last one and this one. And
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, there's an unconscious man here.
we haven't had much in the way of updates from the other two. There,
He was on the ground when I found him.
Where are you calling from?
let me cover this. This is a new version of this.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, his breath smells so bad.
Does he have any visible injuries?
No, I think he's not injured.
I'm going to send a police officer to check up on him as well, okay? Wait there until he arrives.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do? Come on, there. I was waiting for that one to resolve itself. She did finally. They'll go and check this guy, see if he's the happy drunk or if he's
Case resolved.
really hurt. See, that got resolved already.
Understood.
I like those. Everybody likes calls that resolve fast, don't they? Even in real life. So anyway, with Flip Switch not putting out a update, which I understand, they're up to their eyeballs in work. And the update that came out for emergency call 112, which, you know, I can't really put my finger on what it is, and so I didn't put out a video on it because, number one, it's a small, very small list, and I'm trying to see if I can even recognize what they're talking about. Add to that is that I'm working on the mod for 911 first responder slash emergency 4. I forgot how long it takes to change the paint color and markings on a given vehicle. Holy mackerel. Now, do you notice that some of the resolves, the point values are much higher? But I didn't get any red ones. I love that. We're up to 49,000 again. Again, not enough to buy another vehicle, but we're not doing terrible. So if we go back to statistics, we're at 49. We're about halfway to the next city. So with that, let's end this particular video. Here we are again in the same position with a freshly released game, legit, doing pretty well. Very little to talk about glitch-wise and stuff like that. And I think it's, you know, if it's not a home run, it's a triple. Tell me what you're thinking in the comments, whether you're thinking about buying the game, you did buy it, how you like playing it. If this is something you're interested in, or you know you wish that somebody would come out with a game that you're actually interested in, I'd love to hear from you. If you don't have a comment or a thought about either of this stuff, at least let me know with a thumbs up or a thumbs down whether this video was at the very minimal somewhat entertaining, and if it's a thumbs down, you know, obviously I must have done something wrong, and it'll force me to go back and look at my stuff and see if there's a correction I need to make. I hope you guys are having a great day or great evening wherever you are on the planet. Hope you get to do everything and anything that you wanted to do today, and it didn't get you arrested. I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for that one. I've had a great time learning how to relearn everything to get those mods out. Keep your fingers crossed I can put out a video tomorrow showing what my tutorial progress is, if you will. And with that said, you know, we'll both be crashing each other in the next video. And so, if nothing else, have a great rest of your day or evening. And I'll see you soon. Take care.